login and sign up page. So we'll try to sign up with a seller's account. So suppose I give seller 2, email would be password. So as it is a seller, we need some evidence that needs to be uploaded. So I'll just update a dummy Aadhaar card, and seller ID can be anything which is decided. Then the account address which will be used for the seller. So that's it. That's how we sign up. We'll be logging in through a seller's account, and we'll see what the seller has the right to do. So I am logging in with the seller account, and there is an option to add. Currently I don't have any products. I will click on add. I will add a television. In rupees it would be 5,000. Image I will choose. So I will choose an image of TV, and I will just give some description. And once I click on add, this will add the product on our orbit chain, and the image that we just uploaded will be uploaded on Quicknode IPFS. So we are using IPFS provided by the Quicknode, and we have appended some random hash, and you can see the image has been uploaded to IPFS, and it is pinned using the service. And this transaction can also be viewed in the blockchain explorer that we have provided by Blockspout. So we are using Scout Explorer along with Avail. So you can see add goods is the method that is called on the contract. And when we go back to the home page, even in the home page, we will be able to see that the television TV has been added, and the image along with the image which is loaded from IPFS is seen clearly. I'll be logging in through a buyer's profile. So what a buyer will see is the seller ID who are selling these and all the products that are existing for that seller. So we'll come to this later. First we'll check the profile section. So currently I am in my MetaMask. If you can see, I am using a buyer account on the custom chains that we have, and this buyer doesn't have any QCoin, that we have created our own tokens for working with this website. Those coins by clicking here on get Q coins and just entering the amount of tokens I need and click on purchase. It will ask me to approve a transaction on MetaMask, and once I approve that transaction, and the transaction gets confirmed on the Orbit chain, Avail Orbit chain, and within that moment I should be able to see those tokens in my buyer's account, and then I can perform the transactions on buying the goods and all those things. So we'll just wait a second here. Yeah, the order is confirmed. I can just go back, close this, and I will just click on refresh my balance, and you can see it has transferred me the 10,000 coins that I had requested it for. Now as I have the enough coins to purchase something, I will go to the home page where I will see the products, and from there I can add it to a cart. So suppose if I'm adding these two things, so I'll just click on view cart from here, or I can even click on this button. So once I'm here, it will show me the total. So basically we are buying two products and the total is this. So once I click on go to secure checkout, it will take me to the checkout page. Here I can fill in the details whatever are there, and I will click continue to checkout. So first it will give me a pop-up to approve the transfer of tokens. So I can enter the token count here and click on approve. So once this token count is approved, it is currently in approving phase. Another transaction is up which says that I have to call the functions for order placing the order. So we'll just wait for a second as the token approval is completed, and once that is completed I can click on confirm, and this is confirmed. The order is confirmed from my end, and that is also updated in the blockchain, the Orbit chain. And once that is done, I can check that same thing, that these transactions are also being able to see in the explorer that we have, the Blockspout explorer. And here we see token transfer is there, where we can clearly see the method is place order in our contract. And once I go to the back to the application and click on all orders, I can see the order ID, the amount that I have paid, and what are the items. So I can also view more information about the order by clicking on view order. And once I see this page, if I have any doubts that if this is valid on the chain and all, I can click on verify order, and it will just pull in the latest data from the chain regarding this order, and it will update it here, and I can be very sure about whatever is there on that chain. So once the order is placed, we have two-way authentication mechanism. So once the order is delivered to the buyer, the buyer can click on order delivered, and this will be marked from the buyer's end that the order is delivered. Related to orders is also seen on the seller's dashboard, and they can also see and view the order, and even the seller can click on order confirm. So once the order is delivered from it is confirmed from both the ends, the buyer and the seller, the amount of the tokens is now available in the seller's account. As you can see, this is the seller's profile page. The seller currently has no the count of the Q coins. There are no Q coins currently with the seller, and we can confirm that by going to the account on the MetaMask as well. So we can check the seller one, it has no tokens, and 00 we can see. So we can just click on withdraw. So this we have done to reduce the number of transactions. So we can just click on withdraw, and the amount will be transacted from the contract back to the seller's account. So you can clearly see that the seller has been given the amount that for the delivering the order. Since our project is an e-commerce project which is running on the blockchain, and if we wouldn't have used the we would have used directly the L1 directly the transactions on L1 chains, it would have caused us various difficulties like complexity, the gas price being high, and the transactions being slow. So we have moved to custom orbit chain which is running on Arbitrum Nitro and using the power of AvailDA, which is reducing the load on the main chain, and doing the still maintaining the um, decentralization. So as you can see here, we are running the custom orbit script. In this we are running various different containers for serving the purpose. The main important container is about Nitro container. So here you can see the continuously the batch is being submitted to Avail. So basically this orbit chain collects the transactions and submits the batches to Avail. So Avail then make sure to put the transactions to the L1 chain, and this can be seen clearly in our Blocksprout Explorer. So we are using Blocksprout Explorer for different things like deploying our contracts, verifying the contracts, and then seeing what the transactions are, what is the tokens, and also for other things. For RPC, we are using Avail, which is helping us fasten up the transactions at a very high level, and that's what we are using for the Avail DA. So Avail internally requires endpoint which is used to connect with the Arbitrum Sepolia for getting different information. For that we are using Quicknode. So we are using an endpoint which is created for Arbitrum Sepolia for from the Quicknode side, which is helping us improve the consistency and the smoothness of our project, which helps the Avail DA to perform the actions quickly. We have gone one step ahead, and we are also using a Quicknode IPFS for storing our files, not just storing our files securely, but also having them pinned and loaded at very high speed on our application. Since this is a e-commerce website, the products images needs to be loaded very fast. At the same time, it gives a feel of an NFT. We have created this unique utility. So basically we know that AvailDA publishes is an L3 chain, and it publishes data to VectorX contract, which eventually then writes to the L2 and L1 chain. So we were very curious as to how this data is being can be verified. Okay, so what we have done is we have created a utility which has a file watcher. So basically we are watching the Nitro logs, which is the container that is running, and for each transaction that is submitted, we are taking the subsequent block hashes of the two batches that are submitted. So we don't know which transaction goes in which batch of Avail. So we are taking the two block hashes for safer side. So once these two block hashes are taken, they are they are stored in the database in the transactions, and then eventually we have a quick alert on Quicknode which will monitor the VectorX contract, and whenever there is a new transaction, it will call a function which will fetch the transactions from the database, and it will verify using the Turing bridge if these contracts are available in the L2 and L1 change. So I will just show you one example as we are having this POC. So I am just going to edit the Nitro logs. So I will just copy paste this data. We can confirm that it waits for two batches to complete. So we can see that the hash is this, and it is taking the finalized block. Now if I paste this data again, so we will see that it is saying transaction is now fully finalized with two block entries. That means that two of the block entries are done, and in the we have created a page. So you can clearly see the transaction value, the block hashes that are related to this transaction, and is verified. You can see no. Okay, so now what will happen is we have this contract which is vector x contract. So it will be having transactions every 1 hour or something. So then this is being monitored by a quick alert. So currently it has recently only ran, so we cannot check now, but there is a quick alert which internally will so directly from quick alert we cannot call quick node functions, so we will be calling it through a proxy. So once this quick alert is triggered, a proxy will be called, and in from that backend this function will be called. So what this function will do is it will take the transactions which are unverified, and it will try to check the block hashes, the two of the block hashes, using the Turing bridge, and this is the output it should expect. And if it gets that there is an error, that means the block hash has not been yet on the L2 chain. So we will just trigger it from here manually, this function. So I will just click on save and test. So now what it will do is it will take the data, take the transactions which was showing here no. It has now taken the block hashes and verified it during the Turing bridge, and now you can see the is verified is yes. So this is how we are verifying all our transactions that are going to take place in our L3 chain and checking its block hashes in L2 chain. So this is how we maintain the integrity.